Monday! I won! I won the audition. I have Mondays now on 2 guys, 2 girls, and 1 Canadian. So, simply a little bit about me. First off, I want to let you know that I am married to a beautiful, loving, caring wife named Kimberly, and I'll let you know a little bit how I met her in a second. We got married actually over the internet, yes. Strange me, I know. Every time I tell somebody, I'm like, yeah, I got married over the internet, they kind of get this look like, wow, you're crazy. I'm like, yeah, I am. And we move on. And they don't want to hear anymore. And I'm just like, wow, thanks for listening. You asked me a question how I met her. I was about to explain the story, and they're like, turn it off, I don't care about you. So we've been married for 3 months coming up. Wait, let me see. August, September, October, November. Good, yeah, 3 months coming up. Whoops. That's my wife. Ain't she purty? Yay! I'll give you a little bit more in depth about myself. You already know my name is Corey. You know I'm 21 years old. Right now I'm going to school. Not the funnest thing in the world. I'm taking these courses, and right now I'm in psychology. Now, psychology is not the funnest thing in the world, especially when you have a teacher that is monotone. Okay? Those are the worst kind of teachers. Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Like, literally, who wants to hear that the whole speech? Like, that's what I hear. I hear Ferris Bueller's name getting called. And that's not even the words that are coming out of his mouth. They're talking about some crap with your brain and stuff like that I don't even care about. Like, who really does? But I have to do it for my nursing. So I'm in psychology class, right? And every single time, I make doodles. I literally do. I make little doodles, and I say, well, this is boring, so we're gonna doodle. I think my best doodling has to be the one when I kind of sucked up. I was drawing, and I think, how can I get extra credit? Well, since I didn't want to do anything on the project, which I could have done, but instead I said, you rock, Bags, which is the teacher's name, Bags. I'm saying, you know what? Let's see what it goes. Now, I kind of laughed at it because he's like, wow, you are a suck-up. And I said, if it works, why not, right? Next week, which was a Tuesday, he comes and says, very good work. Oh, I loved your study guide. I looked at Kyle, and I'm like, see? What? So guess what I do every single week? I don't say you rock, Bags. I make a little note saying how awesome you are. Suck up? Yes. Sorry, I am. Next class, public speaking. Now, public speaking, I don't mind it. I enjoy it. I spoke a lot at my church. I did sermons, and I enjoyed to speak out loud. I don't care. I don't fear it. So my last speech was on suicide. It's an informative speech talking about all about suicide. So I think to myself, let's see. I look it up on the computer and say, okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, I got the rough draft done. I got the outline done. Problem. Visual aid. Now, how in the world do I do a visual aid? It's suicide. Like, I can't just go, okay, I can't kill myself. Number 1, I couldn't finish the speech. Number 2, well, I wouldn't be alive. So that wouldn't work. I decided to instead use a paint. So I'm on paint, right? And I do this huge suicide thing. It's pretty cool. Like, it has like guns, cutting, throwing up, jumping off buildings, blah, 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 blah. So I'm up on the board and I say, here is my sheet of awesomeness, right? It's a visual aid. Finally, I got something out of all the freaking times. I did it last minute. So I go up there, I do my speech, I do my spiel, okay? I'm like, oh, I did really good. Seems sweet, you know? The student next to me, she's like, oh, that was the best speech in class. I'm like, thanks, I appreciate it. So we move on. Thursday comes, right? So Thursday's here, and I get my grade. The grade says, not enough looking at the visual aid. Not enough looking? Are you serious? Like, I didn't know I did this. Hey, this is suicide. That would be called not making eye contact. Like, how does that help? A little bit more about me. I have one brother. His name is Cody. He's awesome. He has to put up with me. And I'm older. Now, here's the problem. Cody, come here! As you can see, my brother is way taller than me. Not the best thing in the world, especially when you're growing up. Now, when we first started out, I'm just like, oh, sweet, I'm older brother, how you doing? Then we got to the age of about 5. And he was like this. And I was like this. And I said, oh, crap, I'm dead. And basically, he grew up, and I couldn't fight him anymore. I used to, like from the age of 6 months to 5, I was good. Like, I was king of the castle. But then my brother came along, and he's like, oh, let's decide to have a growth spurt. That sucks, doesn't it? Now, you know from my last video, I love to do videos. But my favorite type of videos is definitely comedy. Now, I said that before, but I didn't really tell you what I really love about comedy. I love improv. That's my favorite kind of comedy ever. It's the top of the head, and it's awesome. Now, in my other channel, Marcy Brothers, I have a show called The Corey and Ryder Show. All that is improv. We basically take a camera, make up a plot, say, here, this is what we're going to do. I enjoy sitting down with the camera, one-on-one, with Roger, and just talking. Thinking up in your mind what will happen, and flowing with it. That's what I love. It's just great. To me, it's the best comedy there is. My favorite superhero of all time, okay, call me a geek. I have a favorite superhero. I don't care. That's me. I love it. My favorite superhero of all time is, bam, Spider-Man. Now, the reason why I love Spider-Man so much is because he's awesome, okay? He's a teenage guy who's going through life difficulties. Batman, rich, doesn't have a problem in the world. He's a superhero. His parents died. Sorry for you. But guess what? You don't have to deal with teen struggles. And you don't have to, you're rich, okay? Peter Parker has to work for money. You got everything handed to you. Screw you, Batman. Screw you. Another thing, Batman or Spider-Man? Batman has a freaking sidekick. Do you see Spider-Man having a sidekick? No, because Batman's a weak old man who needs a boy. He has a girlfriend named Mary Jane, okay? He doesn't deal with all these women, you perverted piece of crap. Batman, you hear me? Spider-Man's so much better. Think about it. Let's say one goal. I'm a pimp and I think I'm cool. I'm Batman. Oh, by the way, I can use all the vehicles and contraptions and... Shut up! Shut up! Stick with him. He's freaking awesome. The end. My most embarrassing moment definitely has to be when I was at Six Flags. So I'm with Kimberly's family, and we're walking down the main park entrance, and all of a sudden I feel a little gurgly feeling in my belly. Well, that gurgly feeling was not good. It was actually the forming of a poop. It felt like it was literally going to come out of me. The problem was, we got about a mile to walk. So I'm like, oh, please, dear Lord, let there be some kind of vehicle come over here. And all of a sudden, like a vehicle that takes from the parking lot to Six Flags main entrance comes. I'm like, oh, yes. So I'm clenching my butt cheeks together, right? And we get on the bus, and we get there. So I'm like, oh, yay, I'm finally here. I'm like literally running, and my butt cheeks, like, I literally look like this. Like, I'm running like that. And like, I'm holding my butt cheeks together, right? And I'm almost to the door, and what does that sound? A little poop coming out of my butt. Like, poop is down my leg. All of a sudden, I'm like running, I'm blasting in the bathroom. And exploded in the toilet. Yeah, it was pretty bad because there was other people in there. Yeah, it was bad. Okay, my challenge. I know. Since it's close to Halloween, I want the person that I pick to do their next video with their Halloween costume. If they don't have a Halloween costume, come up with some kind of costume to do in the video. So that's my challenge. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a dice, because that's what I was told is probably the best way to do it, with randomly, or ask a person. But I just thought, random, why not do a dice? So here we go, let's see what it is. Lucky number 1. I got 1, so I pick Rachel. Have fun, Rachel. Lastly, I am so happy that I'm doing this. I get more time with videos, I get to do what I want, I get to take challenges, and it's gonna be a blast. So stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. Take care. God bless, guys. Comment, message, talk to me. Peace. Yay, Monday!